COVID-19 or Corona has drastically changed our lives. We are stuck at home, we are terrified of being infected, we are worried about our loved ones. At this point of time, every single person on this earth is waiting for COVID-19 vaccine. We have been waiting for it for quite some time, but we don't know much about it. Though there are lots of information around, we still have lots of questions in our mind and we don't have any specific answers. And that is why today I have a very special guest with me, Dr. Anjan Mukherjee, who is going to talk about COVID-19 vaccine elaborately. He is consultant clinical microbiologist. He has done his MBBS from Kolkata Medical College and MD from AIIMS, New Delhi. He has been part of medical fraternity for more than 15 years. I'm sure we will get to know a lot of information from him. But before that, I need to remind you, if you are new to my channel and you are interested in topics related to health, happiness, career and communication, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. All you need to do is just to click on the subscribe button below. Also, please consider pressing the notification icon so that you receive notification every single time I post a new video. Now let's see what Dr. Anjan Mukherjee has in store for us.
All keeping a good health and looking after yourself during these testing times. The entire world is now looking forward eagerly towards a vaccine, which seems to be the only way to prevent the spread of this deadly infection, that is COVID-19. Now I would like to take you through the steps of what is the exact status of vaccine development currently, as well as what could be the challenges as well as the bottlenecks as to why we do not have a vaccine as yet. Now, vaccines, as you all know, are basically preventive things. Unlike medicines, vaccines are almost always given to healthy individuals and mostly pediatric patients, the children, the neonates. As a result, the regulations for safety and efficacy of a vaccine is more often than not more stringent in comparison to drugs. Now, to put the things shortly, vaccines move through several phases. The first phase being a phase of what we call preclinical trials, which involves animal experiments of a molecule which is then called a vaccine candidate. Vaccine candidate means it has not become a vaccine as yet, but it has a potential to become a vaccine. Now, once satisfactory results are got in preclinical trials, mostly we try to see whether the vaccine is effective or not. Then the plans for phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 trials are made. Now, what are we trying to see in these trials? Phase 1 is usually a small study where we try to see two issues. One is safety and the other is immunogenicity. Immunogenicity means we are trying to see in a naive population how far that population is getting protected by the administration of this vaccine or vaccine candidates. Now, without going into intricate details of how these studies can be designed, we can safely say that these can be we may or may not use something called a comparator vaccine. That is, we may not use a vaccine which gives something called blinding to the participants. But the main idea of this phase 1 clinical study is to see the safety and efficacy of this particular vaccine in immunocompetent, healthy, naive individuals. Now, once a vaccine passes this test, the next step is what you call phase 2, which basically determines the dosage and the duration through which the vaccine needs to be given. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, that way. Whether you need a booster or not. Once phase 2 is satisfactorily designed, the most important or the most widespread stage, that is the phase 3, comes up. Phase 3 is basically field study where this vaccine is used in a large population across different countries, usually different continents. So where the vaccines are to be given to individuals like the way it is supposed to be given in the real life. So we can address the real life challenges. Now once phase 3 is passed, then only the vaccine can apply for regulatory authority permission, manufacturing and public distribution. Now, as you can understand, the story of vaccine does not end at this level. So, even when the vaccine is permitted for use, people do conduct something called post-marketing surveillance or PMS, where the people who are getting this vaccine, which is now duly authorized, are observed for adverse effects, and if there are serious adverse effects, the vaccine is sometimes withdrawn from the market, as has been the case with the rotavirus vaccine. So this is the main stage. Now the question that must be going through everyone's mind is that what is the status of the COVID vaccines, which is most important. Now according to the WHO website, currently there are 137 candidates undergoing the preclinical development stage, that is the animal level, and 23 in early clinical development. Now 2 vaccines which are showing good results, published good results, are one which you people may have heard of, that is the Shadox vaccine by the Oxford Group, which has published its findings in a renowned medical journal of its phase 1 and phase 2 studies, which are showing satisfactory, encouraging results. So we hope for that in a few months' time. And now it is currently going through phase 3. So we are confident and at least hopeful that once the phase 3 gives us good results, we can get it for mass use in order to control corona. Now in India, the Indian vaccine is going through a stage of phase 1 study across 12 centers in India, and the results are not yet ready, but we hope that we will get satisfactory results from that as well. So this is the basic scenario. Now we must remember that a vaccine has to give us protection satisfactory for at least a 6 months duration, and it should not be harmful to us. So these criteria have to be fulfilled. Once these criteria are fulfilled, then only we can expect the vaccines to be used for mass use. So keeping all these things in mind, the bottom line should be understood that any new vaccine requires a time frame of say 8 to 15 years to come to the market. Now to crunch that in a pandemic situation like the present situation to a few months time is a humongous job. But I must compliment all researchers, all scientists and all bodies who are making this huge effort in order to realize this virtually impossible task at the earliest possible time frame. I thank you all for your patient listening, and I hope you will keep yourself safe. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Also share your feedback in the comment box below. You might also like the video on COVID-19 herd immunity. I will share the link in the description box below. If you are interested in topics related to health, happiness, career and communication, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also, press the notification bell so that you get notification every single time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching my video. You can also follow me on Instagram. I will share the link in the description box. Keep tuning in. Thank you so much for your love and support. See you next time.